Hey, good day, traders. Welcome again to the market review. Today is the 13th of June, so I'm going to review what took place on the 11th of June, up to the 11th of June, week ending. So let's just check here. Remember, come to marketwisetraders.com/market review poll. I haven't yet split up the voting poll between volatilities and Forex, but I am going to do another volatilities review video after this one. But for now, I'm going to review FX pairs. Let's see, AU5, EJ8, EU8, GU7, UC7%. Alrighty, so that is EJ and EU. So let's just have a look at that. Last week I did pound. You can just check that for review. I did pound and I did CAD. And just go and watch those videos. You can see there were some good setups, as I said, some buys on both pound dollar and US dollar CAD. They both gave exactly what I said would happen. Okay, so let's just have a look at EU and EJ. Okay, let's start off with EU, so bigger major. All right, so these are old lines. Let me just remove this line. This is the H1 time frame. So I have been following this pace, so I kind of like know where I am in the cycle. Always know where you are in the market maker cycle before you do anything. So our ADR here is 183. Let me just have a look at this. Here we have about 180. So for me, this was a reset, okay, and this was a complete cycle from there up to there. I'm talking of H1 cycle, okay. So I will start off from there. You get to know how to do all this in time. So I'm basically saying that was my peak formation high, which was marked on this day, intraday M, on the Wednesday, 26 May, right? So that was where I first saw that move. Let's just see how far did we move from here. Okay, because I see one, this is a level, and up to there. Basically for me, all this is just was just the same level. All this here was just the same level. That was one drop. So we see from Friday there was a second drop. So let me just see in terms of ADR value, how many pips have we moved here? But basically from up there up to down here, so that is 167 pips, and like I said, our ADR value there, we're looking at about 183. That's what my broker, it might vary a little bit with your broker, but it's more or less the same. So I'm looking at 165. So what I'm expecting on EU H1 cycle, what I'm expecting here on EU is I'll expect whatever takes place Monday, whether they chop or whatever they do. But basically, all I'm expecting is Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I'm going to see something of a stop hand high, and then a last drop, and we see from there. So basically, you can get a nice 3 pushes on the intraday, right? And you can take your profits for the last, and then we're expecting him to come and form and continue up, or they could reset and go down. But basically, I'll say be short on EU, right? But first of all, wait for that stop hand up from the dealer. So around what point? Okay, now this is going to be more or less almost like a signal that I'm giving you here. Let's see, what point do I presume? I would say around about this, round about by the 800 EMA. You're looking at about 121.40. So that's about current price is 121.05. So I'm gonna say anyway, like about 121.40. It may hunt a little bit higher to the 50 mark, but wait for the pattern on M15 and take that. Okay, so that's what I see on EU. I'm seeing a sell around the 121.40, 121.50, 55 mark. Okay, so I'm seeing a sell on EU. Let's have a look at EJ. Okay, EJ, what do we see? Okay, like I follow most majors, so I kind of like know where we are in the cycle. So it will take me more time to explain all of this that has happened, but basically this thing was moving more like on a H4 cycle, right? That is EJ, what I'm speaking of. Okay, and where he reached, I'm seeing as though it's a H4 peak, right? As you can see, the red and the light blue 1350 cross, that's a peak lock on H4. Okay, which on H1 is this 50. Let me just mark that. Right, that's my H4 peak lock right there. So I'm saying all this, what happened was a H4 peak. Okay, so basically for me this is one level down. Let's just see how many pips did this move. Let me just put my marker there and have a look from here. Okay, that's my peak formation high. How many pips was this? 118 according to here. Let me just see what is my 3 by ADR here. 165 pips is my 3 by ADR, and this move was basically just about 112. Okay, and from where it currently is, from the last point at 800 EMA, 138. So we can still go further. Okay, so basically this is just one drop. Yeah, this is just one drop, as you can see on EJ. Once again, this is just one drop. It seems to be in line. Okay, EU has seemed to have made two drops, but this is basically one drop here on EJ. So I would expect the same thing. Although it's here at the 800 EMA, we cannot neglect that. Meaning, just check other yen pairs to get a bias, as well as other euro pairs. But check other yen pairs. If yen is showing strength, we might see this bounce here on the 800, and just sorry, what am I saying? If yen is showing strength, what we could see is that the euro could continue to go down. But if euro, sorry, what I meant to say is if euro is showing strength, then we could see an intraday. And if yen is showing weakness, if yen pairs are showing weakness, then we could expect to see the euro gain here. Okay, that would be the anomaly, sorry. That is, if yen is showing weakness on other pairs, just check that. But just looking at this one pair, we can expect the yen to gain on the euro. And what I would expect is, once again, somewhere in this level here, I would expect to see a nice pattern for an entry and take it for just a last drop somewhere just below there, and then we'll see from there. So what level would I be looking at? Let's just have a look at price there. I'll be looking at around Friday's low, 133.00, even up to, it can go even up to 133.20. Yeah, so look for, if you see a nice pattern there, M15 entry pattern, you can take this for about 30 to 40 pips, right? So anywhere around 130, 133 up to about 133.20, I would say. Look for entry somewhere there. Okay, so that's what I see on EJ and EU. I'll do the next video now on the binary. I'll just pick two, but that's what I see on these two. And remember, guys, always have your predefined take profits and stop losses. Don't just enter. And may the markets be with you.